What is up, my friends? How are we? And you are very welcome along to this evening's Anfield Agenda News Roundup. It is Tuesday, and I'm going to take you through the latest fallout from the David Coote video. We're also going to be speaking about who is the highest rated players in Europe at this moment in time. The OPTA supercomputer has once again spat out a load of results, and we're going to let you guys know what the latest are for Liverpool's title chances this season. We're also going to be speaking about a points barrier that nobody has been able to overturn so far in the Premier League era. That and a few other bits and pieces over the next few minutes. As always, my friends, once you watch, we want to know your thoughts. So let us know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, we are also just 3 days away from our live show in Liverpool, so if you would like to come along and see us at the Hot Water Comedy Club this Friday night, you can get your tickets to this all ages event with the link in the description of this video. As you can see on the screen, we will have a musical act and a comedian with us on the night as well, and it is all set up to be a fun show this Friday, where we're going to celebrate the fact that the Reds, well, they're top of the league, don't you know? So we'll be having a little bit of fun around that. So let's get straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. And the OPTA supercomputer, what has it got to say at the moment? Well, it's looking pretty good if you're a Liverpool fan. OPTA say that Liverpool right now have a 58.3% chance to win the Premier League. So 58.3% at this early point of the season. It is a rather healthy lead to have. Now, who is second on this list? Manchester City, unsurprisingly. The OPTA supercomputer give Manchester City a 38% chance of winning the Premier League. But despite what the pundits and the media, and maybe even us fans, have to say about Arsenal's remaining title challenge, well, OPTA don't give them too much of a chance. In fact, they give Arsenal just a 3.5% chance of overhauling Liverpool and Manchester City to win the Premier League this year. Interestingly enough, though, Chelsea, who currently sit above Arsenal in the Premier League, well, they get just a 0.2, so 0.2% chance to go and win the Premier League. Now, if we add all of that into a little report from Sky Sports as well, where they say that no team has recovered from a 9-point deficit to win the Premier League title before. And what does that mean for Arsenal's Premier League title race? Well, not for me to state, but the statisticians, well, they've certainly put their heads together, and they believe that it's a two-horse race between Liverpool and Manchester City. And I would, of course, be interested to know your thoughts on that one. So, now we move on to David Coote. And look, I'm going to give you some of the fallout, but then there's one thing I really want to bring to your attention. And again, your comments on this are very much welcome, and we'll be discussing it in more detail on tonight's stream. But for now, referee David Coote could face an aggravated misconduct charge by the FA for referring to Jurgen Klopp as a German you-know-what, because references to a person's nationality can lead to stiffer sanctions. On top of that, breaking from the Anfield Agenda account earlier today, UEFA have dumped David Coote. He has been stood down from the upcoming Nations League duty. So, look, there's something that's happening over the past 24 hours, and it's disturbed me, and I want to know if you guys feel the same. So there seems to be a concerted effort now in the media, and I'm looking at loads of articles from The Times, from Ian Ladyman and others, who are making this narrative that this incident with David Coote is going to fuel the tinfoil hat brigade. It's going to fuel the conspiracy theorists among us who have always felt that maybe certain referees have some biases or dislikes towards our club. How about we talk about this like adults and admit that rather than trying to vilify everybody else and paint us all as these lunatics, how about having a conversation where maybe, just maybe, there is a broader conversation that needs to be had here, because there are referees who have a dislike. And look, David Coote made a mess. David Coote has indeed ruined it for all other referees. I'm not trying to doubt that one bit. But again, it's a vilification of the rest of us. It's that this will just fuel a narrative that us lunatics out in the asylum will just continue to spout tinfoil hat brigade stuff while everybody else just comes together and covers up for the crap. It's not good enough, and these people need to be taught a lesson. Whether it is the media, whether it is the refereeing fraternity, the FA, or any of our clubs, they need to remember what is the lifeblood of football. It is the fans. And these guys are rallying around to say what a hard job referees have and how they don't want to be in the spotlight. And here's the hypocrisy. We don't want referees turned into celebrities. We don't want to hear from Dermot Gallagher and Mike Dean. But who is it that's made this little niche industry? The broadcasters. So we were told when VAR came in, it was there to help referees and to make sure that all of these minor details were fixed out and that it was going to stop the debate. Instead, what the hypocrites at Sky and other stations have done is ram these referees down their throats, turn them into quasi-celebrities, and then complain when the rest of us actually comment on the content they're ramming down our throats. I think these people need to be put in their place because once again, we're all being vilified at the expense of the establishment, at the expense of the people who have actually showed their unprofessionalism. So once again, certain sections of the media, rather than looking down your noses at the average Joe and football fans, how about admitting that maybe, just maybe, there is actually a problem here that needs to be addressed and that there have been instances where referees have shafted teams. The numbers don't add up with this. We will talk about them tonight in more detail around David Coote and the impact he's had on our games. And as I've always said, this isn't a Liverpool only problem. I am absolutely certain that anybody else watching this from another club will have a referee that they feel has it in for their club. So rather than these clowns once again vilifying the rest of us and run around to protect the establishment, how about rather than going on Sky to look down your noses at the rest of us, call out Sky? Because they're the ones with Ref'd Up. They're the ones with Mic'd Up. They're the ones with Ref Watch. They're the ones with Dermot Gallagher. They're the ones with Mike Dean. It's not me. It's not any other fan channel. It's not any football fans bringing referees on to make all this content. It's them. So stop looking down your noses at the rest of us. Right, ladies and gentlemen. I did mention at the start of this video as well that we're going to let you know who are the highest rated players in Europe's top 5 leagues. Well, top of the pile, it's a certain Egyptian. It's not the one you're thinking of. It's Omar Marmoush, who tops this list with a score of 8.33. In second place on the list is Harry Kane with 8.16. Rafinha of Barcelona is third. Florian Wirtz, Hakimi, Dembele, Saka, Kimmich, Yamal and Salah comes in 10th place on the list at 7.82. So once again, Mr. John W. Henry, Mr. Michael Edwards, Mr. Richard Hughes, please get it done. Please give Mo his contract extension because we're all waiting with bated breath to get this done. Now on that, this is an unsubstantiated rumour, I should say that. But again, there's more stuff coming out of Spain to say Trent Alexander-Arnold will not sign a contract extension at Liverpool. Again, I'm only going to believe it when we see it from an English journalist or when Trent himself or the club comes out and says it. So I would say not to panic about it, but of course it's my job to collaborate the news and bring it to you guys. Now, with that being said, we will be live tonight, 8:45. Hope to see you there. We will go through this in lots more detail and a few other bits and pieces as well. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.